Welcome back, everyone. Whether you are a returning listener or tuning in for the first time, I'm Lourdes, and this is season 2 of Growing Older Together. This season is titled Silent Struggles Finding Strength in Our Fears. Today, we're talking about something we have all felt at some point worrying about our health. It's that uneasy feeling when we notice a small symptom and cannot help but think the worst. It is not something we often discuss, but it is really important to address. Let's start by recognizing how common health worries are, especially as we get older. The little aches and pains we used to shrug off seem to linger longer now, and it's easy to start worrying too much about them. And with so much information at our fingertips, even a tiny concern can quickly turn into a full-blown panic. We get caught up in the endless loop of what if, what if I have, oh my God, what if, oh no, what if, I know it's not always easy to calm those fears, but there's a quote that I find really reassuring. Steve Maraboli once said, I promise you nothing is chaotic as it seems. Nothing is worth diminishing your health. Nothing is worth poisoning yourself into stress, anxiety, and fear. It's not about making our worries disappear, but reminding ourselves that taking care of our minds is just as important as looking after our bodies. Sometimes just taking a moment to breathe and find a little peace can help us feel more steady even when we are feeling anxious. If you'd like to learn more about Steve Maraboli, he's an academic in behavioral science, a speaker, author, and a veteran. I've included a link to his website and Instagram in the show notes. Let me share a story from one of our listeners, Terry from Burbank, California. She recently had a tough time dealing with health worries. A few months ago, she started having a constant headache. It wasn't really painful, but it just wouldn't go away. She worried it was something serious. Instead of calling her doctor right away, she turned to the internet for answers. After hours of searching, she convinced herself it could be anything from a migraine to something much scarier. Her anxiety grew, and she found herself checking her symptoms obsessively, which only made her feel more anxious. Finally, she decided to see her doctor. After some tests, she was relieved to hear it was likely stress-related. Together, they came up with a plan that included more rest, staying hydrated, and finding ways to manage stress better. In just a few weeks, the headaches went away, and so did a lot of her anxiety. Terry learned that it's okay to be worried, but it's also important to reach out for help instead of letting fear take over. Now, she focuses on what she can do and makes small steps to take care of herself every day. It's not about ignoring our health, but finding a balance between staying informed and staying calm. How can we tackle health worries without letting them take over? Here are some simple ideas. 1. Get the facts, but don't overload yourself. It's great to stay informed about your health, but try not to go down endless internet rabbit holes. Stick to reliable sources and set limits on your research time. You do not need to know everything to take good care of yourself. 2. Reach out to a healthcare pro. If something is on your mind, do not hesitate to ask a doctor. They are there to help you figure things out. And nowadays, you can even send them a message online or ask a question on their website. 3. Take time to relax. Doing things like deep breathing, stretching, or just enjoying a calm moment can really help when your thoughts start to race. It's all about giving your mind a break. 4. Talk it out. Sharing your worries with a friend or family member can be surprisingly helpful. Even if they don't have all the answers, sometimes just knowing someone is listening makes a big difference. 5. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying what the what ifs, try to put your energy into things you can do, like eating well, getting enough sleep, moving your body, managing stress, and staying connected with friends or family. 6. Keep a worry journal. Sometimes writing down your thoughts can help you see them more clearly and stop them from swirling around in your head. Plus, it's a great way to track what's really bothering you. And last, 7. Distract yourself with something fun. When anxiety creeps in, shift your focus to an activity you love. Watch a movie, play a game, or pick up a hobby. It's okay to take a mental break. I will have a PDF to download these 7 tips listed on my show notes. Before I wrap up, I want to share something exciting. I mentioned in the last episode that I'm launching something special on Halloween. Something I believe will help us connect even more as a community. With all the talk about fears we face in life, I have been thinking a lot about the stories we often keep to ourselves. That is why I have added a special recurring series to season 2 called Whispers of Regret. Women Finding Peace in Silence. I love that title. Really, really do. Since Halloween is all about facing our fears, it feels like the perfect time to confront those emotional fears that keep us up at night. The inner struggles we do not often talk about. I will be interviewing women who have faced emotional monsters just as real and scary as any Halloween story. But these are not just tales of fear. They are stories of incredible strength and finding peace along the way. For more insights and free resources related to these powerful stories, you can subscribe to my newsletter. You will receive exclusive downloads and updates, plus all the details are on my author's website. I will add the link to the show notes. If you enjoy the podcast, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps our community grow and guarantees you will not miss future episodes. I would love to hear from you. What's been your biggest challenge as you age? And how did you get through it? Send me a message. I read every single one. Your stories could inspire others in our community. If you have a story to share, I would love to feature it in an upcoming episode. Your voice is what makes this community special. You can always find my contact details in the show notes. In our next episode, Addressing the Fear of Cognitive Decline, we will explore something many of us worry about as we get older, the fear of losing our mental sharpness. It is those little things like forgetting a name or misplacing your keys that can cause a lot of anxiety. But we are not alone in this. We will talk about how this fear affects us, simple ways to keep our minds healthy and active, and why it is okay to ask for help when we need it. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Take care, be kind to yourself, and remember that facing our fears is the first step to finding our true strength. Let's grow older and wiser together.